What's going on, guys? World Beater 123 here. Gonna break down the Roaring Halberd boss weapon and show you guys some quality PvP. Now, first off, this is my favorite weapon. It has been since the summertime. I'm finally getting around to making a video about it. But if you have a hexer or a pyro build, this weapon is perfect for you. So let's take a look at the stats. So you need a pretty well-rounded build to use it. It requires 16 strength, 12 dex, 12 intelligence, and 12 faith to use. So it hits hardest at the higher soul level builds because of the high stat requirement. But I simply just love the moveset. And bonus, it has a B scaling in dark magic and a C scaling in dex. So it's perfect for hexer or pyro builds that require lots of stats and intelligence and faith. Here's the damage output. If you look at the regular base damage plus the dark magic damage at max stats, it's around 800. So pretty good. Not the highest damage possible weapon in Dark Souls 2, but it's up there. Alright, so let's take a look at the move set. So the R1's typical overhand halberd move. Hit R1 twice, nice combo, works really well from distance. There's the step back R1, kind of a swipe move. It's got the jump attack, which you'll see later in PvP is really effective. There's the roll swipe. It's got a lot of reach on that. Now when we switch to two-hand, this is where the weapon gives you the most damage. So the overhand R1 attack, R1 twice gives you the combo. The step back gives you kind of the banana twirl, which takes off a lot of damage. And then this is one of my favorite moves here is the forward roll. And it's kind of a diagonal swipe, and then you can also combo that. And you'll see I use that a lot in PvP. If you just hit the R2 button, that gives you the swinging attack. You can also do a running swinging attack, which I'll be showcasing here in a second. That was the jump attack, which you can also do two-handed. So there's the running swinging attack. I'm going to do it here again. You need to be careful on that, though. You can get backstabbed if you miss. You can also do a running attack one-handed, which is a swipe. Again, covers a lot of range. So that's pretty much the basic moves of the Roaring Halberd, and now you guys can check out some PvP using this weapon. So the Roaring Halberd is a great counter-strike weapon. As you see here, I punish my opponent's miss with an R1 combo. Now the key to using this weapon, as with any long weapon, is managing your distance. So here I set up my favorite move, the forward roll combo. I only get one hit here, but it's very quick and covers a lot of ground. You're going to want to do a lot of baiting with this weapon, getting your opponent to swing, then punishing him. Here I use the jump attack. The jump attack on this halberd is amazing. You can see me finish off my opponent here. It covers a lot of ground and it's really quick, so it's hard to read. With the halberd, every time you do the R1 attack, it's kind of you're coming over your head and down. So when you do that jump attack, they're not quite sure if you're doing the R1 or if you're doing a jump attack. So it's a really effective move to use. And then you really want to bait your opponent into swinging and missing. Then you can punish them with that R1 combo. Here again, I bait my opponent, set him up with the forward roll combo again. So mixing and matching, managing your distance, getting them to swing and miss, and then punishing them from distance, which is where the sweet spot is on the Roaring Halberd. And then here again, finishing it with the jump attack. Look at how much distance that jump attack covers. It's crazy. And how often you'll land it. I'm telling you guys, you'll land that so often because it's so quick. So one of the questions I'll undoubtedly get is, why have you been buffing it with lightning instead of buffing it with dark magic, since it's already scaling in dark magic? And you're absolutely right. For the longest time, I played with buffing this weapon with dark magic. The only reason I stopped is because it's literally too powerful. Here you can see the banana swing, step back, banana swing again, 2 hits, opponent's done. I have a bunch more videos like that. but I figured that's a little bit boring to show. So, but yeah, if you're looking for maximum damage, go ahead and buff it with Dark Magic because that's its true scaling. So here, back to using the Lightning Infused, fighting an opponent with Lightning Infused. And here I'm going to show you a little bit more of the two-handed moveset. You can see it takes off a lot of my opponent's energy when I land that two-shot. He's already almost down to no more health. So now I'm going to switch over to my one-handed attack and try and bait him into the jump attack. He's not having anything of it. But here's a good look at the step back R1. Underutilized, but really good move because it covers a lot of distance. So again, when your opponent goes to swing, you just do the step back, quickly hit R1, and you'll catch him most of the time. And then, who heals anymore? Really? Healing right in front of me? Come on. So here is my buddy Con Hayes. You know, when you get to a certain soul level, you see a lot of the same faces. We've had a lot of good battles over the days. So anytime you fight someone, you know, with a large weapon, a lot of times they have a slow release. So if you saw, again, I baited him, he swung and missed, hit him with the combo. Anytime someone uses a long weapon or a large weapon like that, wait till they swing. You can do the step back banana twirl like I did there. You can do the jump attack, or you can do the overhand R1 combo. All three of those will work pretty well if you're within a good distance. And then cannot parry the jump attack. So for the umpteenth time, you guys can see the jump attack really works on the Roaring Halberd, more so than other weapons that I've used. Now here I am in hunting mode, rank 3 in the Blue Sentinels. I have been in it since probably the month after the game released. I got up to rank 3 just because I wanted Wrath of God, and then someone told me that once you get to New Game Plus, you could just buy Wrath of God, and I was like, oh, great. Well, I already beat, you know, I think you have to beat 300 or 500 people in PvP to get to rank 3 at the time. So anyway, I did end up getting Wrath of God. Now I rarely use it. But if you haven't checked out my channel, take a look. I did make a Wrath of God video, which is pretty cool. It's got a lot of love, so go ahead and check that out. It's set to some pretty epic orchestra music. Love this. Look at the timing on that. 2 jump attacks at the same time. I just happened to get the better of him. And again, the rolling forward swipe attack, my favorite. So if you haven't checked out this weapon, get it from the Skeleton Lord Soul. Trade it. Use it. You'll love it. See you guys online.